Hello, brothers. My name is the Dwarf Bass, and today I am going to be talking to you guys about the Season 7 balance changes that dropped, I believe, on January 8th. So it was 2 days after the season dropped, but anyways, there are balance changes, and of course, I'm going to talk to you guys about them. And the four cards that are a part of this are the Lava Hound, the Night Witch, the Fisherman, and the Elixir Golem. So these four cards are the ones being affected in this balance change. And of course, I built a deck for it, and I got the Firecracker. Yee, let's go, brothers. I got a Firecracker. So we're going to see how this deck plays, and judging right off the bat, it's not very good. I'm not gonna lie. But let's just go ahead and get into this. Now, I'm going to be reading off the release notes that Supercell provided, so I will make sure to link that in the description below so you guys can go check that out. And let's get into this. So, the Night Witch. It's really no surprise that the Night Witch is on here because, well, we're going to talk about that, but let me read you guys what they're going to do. So, the initial bat spawn speed is being reduced from 1.3 seconds to 3.5 seconds, and her slower first hit, or they're going to give her a slower first hit, and it's going to be 17% slower than all of her other attacks. So, the reason why they're going to do this change is, honestly, the Night Witch has recently been popping up everywhere. The Night Witch has been such a good card on offense and defense. It's just providing too much for Supercell to handle, and it's kind of bringing the Night Witch back to her old glory days whenever she first came out. She's not necessarily broken, I don't believe, but Supercell's like, we need to tone her down a bit before she gets into that broken stage again. But obviously, I'm pretty sure this number comes from December 2019. It says on here that she was the number 3 most played card with a 57% win rate. So I'm assuming that was as of December of 2019. But I'm going to read how they're going to change. I'm going to read this straight off the release notes. Night Witch is often used as good enough defense against incoming troops like Hog Riders. Then a tank is placed in front of her. So, kind of like her sister the Witch, we like to see witches get better over time at the expense of starting off weak. We are going to make her first bat spawn half of her full spawn time. So, 7 seconds divided by 2 is 3.5 seconds. That's where they get that number from. So she cannot provide so much upfront damage. And they're also, of course, taking that first hit delay. They're applying that to the Night Witch. So she's not, so valuable up front. So that's why they're doing this. And I won't speak my opinion just yet. I'll save that for the end of the video. But anyways, let's move on to the next card. It is the Fisherman. So the Fisherman, his hook range is being increased from 6 tiles to 7 tiles. And the hook charge time is being increased from 1.1 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So, I love the Fisherman. Who doesn't love the Fisherman? And we all was really sad, or I guess some of us were, at least I was, whenever the Fisherman lost that hook range, and it was depressing to me, and I was like, Supercell, why must you do this? But anyways, he kind of dropped from the meta, and this is the reason why that Supercell is wanting to do this change. They're not wanting to make him broken or overpowered, because they're afraid they're going to do that if they mess with him too much. But they're going to do this. They're going to give him his hook range back, and in exchange, it's going to take longer for him to get his hook to reel in a troop. So I guess we'll settle for it. But I'll read how they're going to do this straight off the release notes. Excuse me. It says, Fishermen can provide welcome counterplay to tough defenders that don't die to spells, so we are returning his range to allow more consistent pulling tricks to the arena. In exchange, his wind-up time will match his hit speed, making him pull targets slower and not impact so many troops so quickly. So, the real time is going to match his attack speed. So, they're just making him to where he's not going to be overwhelming to all cards in the arena is what they're trying to do. So let's just go on to the next one here, and I'll talk about them later. The Elixir Golem. This beautiful card. It's a very broken card, but anyways, the hit points are being decreased again. This time it's being decreased by 6%. So that's all forms: the Golem, the Golemites, and the Blobs. I mean, they're just. Yeah, there's no explaining to this, to why and how to why they're doing this. It's just the Elixir Golem's broken. I think it's going to take a while, kind of like how the Rascals took a very long time to balance them out. I think it's going to do this, or I think it's going to be the same for the Elixir Golem. It's just. He's crazy, and he was definitely up there with the Night Witch as well, because, you know, you would defend with a Night Witch, and then boom, you throw an Elixir Golem on it, and it's just bada bing, bada boom. You know, it was great. But I'm going to read you the how, straight off the release notes. It says, by reducing the Elixir Golem's hit points, it will be easier to dispatch and won't provide as much of a damage shield for support troops. Paired with a nerf to the Night Witch, this popular archetype should not be so oppressive. The Elixir Golem should excel at being a punishing tank against weak defenses, not being able to brute force through strong defenses or for unblockable damage. So, the reason why they're doing this is mainly because he's becoming like the Golem, you know? He's becoming very valuable, and he's becoming like a card that you use to really push to the tower, instead of what he was originally meant to be, as to try to take out just weak units. And that's why they're doing this, and they're hopefully gonna try to nerf the Elixir Golem Night Witch archetype that has been popping up recently. And let me show you guys this replay right here, and let's go to the next card, shall we? It is the Lava Hound. So, the Lava Hound, the range is being increased from 2 tiles to 3.5 tiles. So, this one, you know, it's going to take a little bit of explaining, so I'll just read it straight off the release notes so I won't waste your time. Excuse me. It says, the why is, since the revert to the Executioner, the Lava Hound has retaken its place as one of the strongest win conditions in the game, sitting right above the 56% win rate line consistently. The problem is that heavy air decks feel very binary. You either have the tools to defeat all the air troops, or your ground heavy deck completely folds to an air deck. So Supercell is wanting to reduce the overall power of the Lava Hound, while also letting Lava Hound players get something back from this trade-off. This was also a great opportunity to make the Lava Hound one of the oldest legendary cards, by the way, to be updated with modern stats similar to other tough flying units. So, the Lava Hound is just really strong whenever you pair it with all air cards, and certain times, you know, you've got all the counters to it, and other times you're just basically screwed, is what they're saying here. So that's why they're trying to nerf the range of it, so it's a little easier to counter. And here's the how, and I'll of course read this off the release notes as well. It says, Lava Pups were the only remaining troop that did not one-hit skeletons or bats. This damage increase allows them to clean up the smallest troops in the game while keeping their damage output roughly the same. In exchange, Lava Hound is getting a longer range and Pups a shorter range. This means the Pups will need to travel a bit further in order to hit the tower. This requires Lava Hound players to set up their deployments a little better, as the Pups won't instantly be swarming a tower. So they also increased the damage of the Lava Hound. It doesn't say on here, but I don't remember exactly what that damage was. So I will link you guys to the Orange Juice video, because I'm pretty sure he says, you know, he can explain the Lava Hound a little bit more. So I will link him in the description below if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, they did increase the damage of the Lava Pups, and they're going to be able to one-shot skeletons now. So that's awesome. So they are the last card in the game that couldn't one-shot skeletons, but now they can. So great. Good times in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers always says. So, the Lava Hound, you know, I'd never really played with the Lava Hound, and I don't know. I was just always too scared to play with it, or I was just like, what am I doing here with this card? And, I mean, that's basically how people felt about it whenever they were facing it or they were playing it, and I think, you know, that this is an okay change to the Lava Hound. Let's just go back up here to the Night Witch real quick, because the Night Witch, I think they're trying to make her more similar to the Witch, and they're trying to make her not so strong in the meta, which I completely understand. I know that the witches can be very, very annoying in certain times, and it's rough. So, do I agree with this change? Sure, why not? It's pretty fun, I guess. And, I have no idea what else to show you guys. I guess I'll show you guys this one, even though it's a defeat, but oh well. So, I'll talk about the Fisherman now. So, the Night Witch, you know, it's okay. I agree with it. Sure. I think it's a good balance for it. The Fisherman. I am very happy. I am very, 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 very happy that the Fisherman has his range back. He's going to be able to just completely annihilate certain troops. Well, not necessarily annihilate, but help the towers annihilate certain troops. And it's beautiful. I mean, I really did not like it whenever they took his range away, and now they're bringing it back, and I'm like, thank you, Supercell, for answering my prayers. Thank you for acting like a god. But, anyways, the Fisherman is he's a beautiful card. I liked the hooking mechanic ever since they brought him into the game, and I'm very happy. I just gotta say, I am very happy with the Fisherman, and I will take it. I'll take that that slowness for that range increase. So yes, I am very happy about the Fisherman. The Elixir Golem, like I said, this card is just broken. Excuse me, broken. This card is very, very broken. Like I said earlier, you know, this is kind of like how the Rascals were. For the longest time, the Rascals were so annoying to deal with. And it took a really long time for Supercell to find that sweet spot for the Rascals so they wouldn't be so overpowered. And that's what they're doing with the Elixir Golem. I appreciate it. And yeah, sure, I'm happy with this, you know, balance change. I think it's okay for the game. Now, of course, the Lava Hound, like I think I already kind of stated my opinion about it, but, you know, I'll be happy with this balance change as well. Although, it kind of makes it weaker in its own meta, just because of that range increase. I mean, I think it'll be okay. I think that the Lava Hound is still a very viable win condition if you know how to play it, and I think with the lava pups being able to one-shot skeletons, I think it's just going to add more strategy to this archetype, and people who have been accustomed to playing this archetype are going to be perfectly fine with this balance change. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Lava Hound, and I think this was a very good change for the Lava Hound. And so, yeah, that's pretty much my opinion, and that's pretty much this video. I don't really have much else to talk about, I don't believe. But, let's just watch me lose. Yeah, this deck didn't really work that well. I didn't figure it would work as well as I wanted it to, but, you know, that's okay. We all lose sometimes. And, I happen to lose more than most people, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't worry about it. Let me just cue this chest real quick. And of course, if you guys need a clan, come on by Fisticuffs. We have one place for that one lucky person. If you want to come on by and join, come on and join. You know, war, we're doing okay in war. We recently won our last war, so that's pretty fun. I got a legendary out of the chest, so that's got to mean something, right? But anyways, you know, we're pretty relaxed. Other than that, just donate and participate in war, and you will be just dandy. So, of course, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to slap that like button, comment down below what you want me to do next, and let's see my progress. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close to the tower skin. I'm so close. I'm not going to get that emote, but I might get that tower skin, and that'll be pretty fun. But, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go subscribe to PewDiePie, because PewDiePie is just a wonderful, wonderful creator. I am the Dwarf Bass, and I will see you guys next time.